Okay, Drop is one of those films that starts out with a scene with some intensity and then a character's being threatened and then there's a gunshot. Now, if you're like me, you're really sick of seeing this type of beginning in movies and TV. A scene like this is usually followed by something like 36 hours earlier. And in Drop, they have a scene like this, and they cut to this woman who says, "Let's take it back a few minutes." And I just assumed that this scene that they showed, the intense scene with the gunshot, took place sometime in the future of this movie's timeline, like we're going to get to it. So you know the drill, you're just kind of waiting for the film to catch up to itself, really. I've never liked it when films start out this way. It's like some studio head just looked at the film, didn't think the final cut was really that amazing, so they take a scene that comes later that's a bit more exciting, and they put it at the beginning of the film, and it's just an 11th hour edit that just looks really awkward. You can tell it's not scripted. However, I have a feeling Drop did something different and was very self-aware of this technique and was using it on the audience. And I'm going to have to explain, but I'm going to have to get into some kind of spoiler here. Okay, the opening scene at the beginning of Drop isn't some flash forward to some scene that's going to happen at the end of the film. It is, in fact, a flashback to something that happened to the main character of the film way before the movie begins properly. If you haven't seen Drop, it has a great setup where a woman is on a date and she starts receiving messages from her smartphone telling her to kill her date or they will kill her son. Yeah, it's a great setup and it really drew me in there. And it takes a little while for the film to get to that point. But when this lady starts receiving these messages, instead of doing a shot like a close-up on the smartphone and playing tension music, they actually decided to do the shots wider and have the words of the messages surround her, which is done really well. And one of the messages says, "You've killed before," to that extent. So that opening scene of Drop, apparently this woman was abused by her husband, and that was the scene we were seeing at the beginning of the film. And that's when this film gets really, really interesting. Yeah, Drop is a great thriller, and you should see it. Except for this one scene where this guy gets sucked out a window, and then she's about to get sucked out of the window before. I don't really think the physics work that way. Okay, not everything can be a gem in a film. Speaking of gems, I should talk about The Old Guard next.